Yo, 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 what's good? Thank you for coming to the House of B.A.R.F. I'm Chanman, and before we get started, I would just like to emphasize that the content that we share on House of B.A.R.F. is for informational and entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors, and the information provided should not be considered as professional financial advice. Investing and financial decisions involve risk. It is crucial to do your own research or consult with a qualified professional before making any financial choices. The opinions expressed on House of B.A.R.F. are of our own and do not reflect the views of any organizations that we may be affiliated with. Please remember that past performance is not indicative of future results, and the financial landscape can change rapidly. Always conduct thorough due diligence and seek financial advice from a financial advisor tailored to your personal needs and circumstances. By listening to this podcast, you agree that the host and in the future, if we have any guests, are not responsible for any financial decisions you make as a result of the information presented on House of B.A.R.F. Now let's dive into today's episode. Yo, what's good? It's Chanmanhouseofb B.a.r.f. Thank you so much to anybody and everybody who stopped by and kick it with your mans. I appreciate it. I tell myself this all the time. I'm going to doze off, and then I can't because there's always one more thing that I need to do. Of course, my USD JPY position just shot up, of course, as soon as I put my hedge in. So my hedge is probably down 80 cents to $1.40, okay, or 21 pips. Okay. What am I going to do about this? It's all good. But my long position is now up 5 pips. So we're doing okay on that. I'm doing okay there. No, I apologize. My short position is up about 5 pips. And my long position is down approximately about 21 pips. So I'm gonna keep letting my short position do what it do. Just keep my position hedged. I have the hedge position, I have a take profit, and I have a stop loss. But one thing that I want to figure out is, real quick, if you want to bear with me, is how to figure out how much is this stuff? I mean, I'm putting all this stuff in, and I don't know how much I'm spending, because you also got to remember, there's a bunch of leverage in forex. So I'm going to put in a simulated trade. Okay, so I got my simulated trade platform up. Oh man, if I would have got GPB USD, I put in a simulated trade a few days ago. Let me see when I put this in. I put this in on December 7th. If I would have held it, I would have been up. Oh, see, my simulated trade doesn't tell me what. Let me see. My simulated trade platform. I don't know how much it is, but it would have been $600. But forget about that. All right. So I'm trying to figure out, like, how much am I spending when I do these trades? So I'm just going to do about how much I can afford, which is about 900 shares, 900 units. And I'm going to buy it. Right now, the price at the buy is, why is it so big? All right, you take it easy. I can't even see. What is that? 141,547. Yeah, 141,548. Okay, cool. So 900 units at 141,533. Oh, it says I have to at least get 10,000 on this platform. Damn. Even on a simulation, can't even just let me ride. All right, fine. I'll do 10,000. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. Okay, so 141,519. This is going to cost me it's going to cost me $400, but this is like a $9,000 trade. You know what I'm saying? Like $10,000 almost. $9,975.84. No. No. How much do I have in my forex right now before I do this? I have $10,000. Okay, let me write this down. So currently right now in my forex account, this is simulated money, by the way. I have $10,370.92. After I make this trade, so if I bought, this thing says it's $141.52. So if I get 10,000 shares of those, 141.52, or I'll just put 519 because the pip is the second number, times 10,000, this should be costing $1,415 and wait, $1,415,190. That's how much it should cost. So I'm confused on how much this thing costs, and after I do this, I'm only putting up like $400. So let me execute it. Let me see. And let me see how much I have in my overall account. In the overall account, and again, this is simulated, I have about 191,354.51. This is the little stuff that I try not to brush over, because this is what's gonna help make a huge difference in trading. When certain things happen. And then what's net liquid and day trades? Let me just jot that number down as well. Okay. So this is my cash amount. And then I have net liquid and day trades is 199,354.51. Okay. So let me go ahead and put this trade in. If I got, again, I want to say this. If I got something that was $141 and 51 cents, I don't know how to say it, and I got 10,000 units, yeah, it should be about $1 million. So how is it that I'm able to do this? Okay, so I sent it and it executed. Now let's take a look at the numbers. My forex buying power went from 10,370 to 10,000, like even. So yeah, it was just about $400 that I used. My cash went from 191,000 to about 100,000 even, about 99,000. No, my cash went to 91,000. So let me see why my cash went from $191,894.51 minus, now it's $91,894.51. So you took $100,000 away. So let me see kind of how we come up with this math. Okay, so my price that I got is 141,441. 141. Y'all, I just turn the mic on when I'm doing my research, and feel free to ride. So 141,441, 10,000 pips. That is that a dollar change? Oh crap! Let me check my notes real quick. Okay, just checking my notes. micro lot. I know a lot of people would say the pips only have to deal with your capital gains or whatever. I don't think so. I think there's more to it. So I got 141,441 times, I'm gonna say $1 for the pip times 10. Let's see how that works. 141,441. That's my trade price. Multiplied by $1. That's the amount of pips. And then how many micro lots do I have? 10. Okay. So this should cost me what, $1,414.41. Let me see. But it didn't. It cost me $400, something like that. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to try this again. I'm just trying to figure out how to figure out. Here, let me go to Google. How do I figure out how much it costs to execute a forex order?
According to Tradimo, your broker will quote or give you two prices for every currency pair that they offer you on their trading platform. A price to buy at and a price to sell at. The spread is the difference between these two prices and what the broker charges you.
Okay, let's see. Another way of calculating profit and losses, that's not what I'm trying to figure out, is based on the price according to the formula close price minus open price divided by open price times nominal value of the trade. No, the transaction cost. Let me see. This forex stuff is ridiculous, man. Not trying to calculate profit and losses. I'm trying to calculate Sorry. I'm trying to figure out if I get 10,000 units, see, this is saying it's $400. Where does it get that $400 from? For essentially like $1 million trade. So here, let's take the spread. Okay, right now the spread is 0.009. So what if I take the spread 0.009, multiply that by 1, okay, because that's the pip, the change in the pip, multiply that by 10. Okay, that's 9 cents. That doesn't make sense. Okay, 0.009, the spread, times, let me see, 10,000. That's $90. And that's 10,000 units. Sorry, you just have to bear with me on this. This is time to go to University of YouTube. This is just how I do my research. I'm gonna go back to that guy from yesterday that I was looking at. Let me take a black girl stocks real quick.
A lot of people tell us you've
Just on this one, you're gonna have to bear with me because I'm actually trying to figure this out.
in the
US dollar. Now, whenever you see forex pairs written, they're going to be written like this. They're going to be the initials slash and then the initials again. So you have a primary and secondary currency. So as you guys can see on these bullet points right here, we're going to get right into them and not waste any time. If GBP, aka the primary currency, is stronger and USD, aka the secondary currency, is weaker, then going to buy, which then you can marry currency. You fundamentals to the can you trade? You can trade Monday, Tuesday, 5. That process. One, you have to make sure you have a registered account with Sway Market. So these are your major sessions.
Okay, she didn't.
In the description, make sure you join in your imagine.
I don't think she touched on what I was looking for.
Mahal. I hope I said that right. I have the Big Ben and the London Bridge. And
okay, yeah, she didn't touch on what I wanted, what I'm trying to learn. So I'm going to go to this forex guy.
And the euro dollar moves at 160 pips, which it's doing multiple times every day at this point because of the volatility we're seeing in the market. You could lose your whole account balance in one day doing this. That's the danger and the reason that most beginners using leverage end up blowing their account before they have a chance to make any money at all. That's the danger of leverage, and that's what you need to understand. And there's a correct way to use leverage as well. This would be the wrong way to use leverage. You don't want to max out. You don't want to max out and be trading with leverage and trading your entire account value, because that gives you a very small margin of error. Again, we're talking about that 200 pips is all you have, probably closer to about 160. So if you only have 200 pips that you can lose, that's a pretty easy amount to lose. It's easy to lose 200 pips. And in a day, in the way the markets are moving right now, again, the danger of leverage is that you have way less risk, that way less pips you can lose before you blow your entire account. 200 against the 10,000 with no leverage. End up blowing accounts because of it. How to avoid that? But for the way I trade, for my data new order, I would have a market order in, and I would set my stop loss. And let's do this. You can know how much of your account you're risking per trade, whatever your stop loss is, and also how much you can make per. So the euro, we're going to charge you 1,000. I want 20 just to make sure you have a solid grasp on this. We'll keep the math easy with a 100 pip move, except now instead of trading one standard lot, we're going to assume that we're going to do a little bit of a difficult thing here, a little more difficult as we go. Let's assume you want to trade 2 mini lots. So you're trading 2 mini lots. And do you remember what a mini is? A mini is you holding 10,000 units of currency. So if you're trading 2 minis, you're holding, determine and talk about up next. So let's go ahead and do that, which is something that we're not even going to worry about. So in the case of the other lots, let's now break into, let's get away from this little section here. And what we're going to do is break into looking at the difference in prices between currency pairs and figuring out how much we gained or lost based on that difference in price. So for instance, if you bought the euro dollar, EUR, at 1.0802 and it went to 1.0902, if you were trading a standard lot and this happened, how much would you gain on that position? How much money is that actually worth? And that's what we're going to determine and talk about up next. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so let's move into this on the euro dollar trade here. If we have the euro dollar at 1.0802, we trade one standard lot.
That's 100,000 units.
100,000 units of this currency, and we do so at 1.0802, and this market moves to 1.0902. Going up, we wanted the market to go up, and we take profit at 1.0902. How much money did we make? See if you can calculate how much money we made based on this trade. Remember, a standard lot is 100,000 units of currency, and with that 100,000 units of currency, on any pairs ending in USD, we're making and losing exactly $10. The value of a pip is exactly $10. So let me share with you the equation you need to figure this out. What you need first is the amount of pips. So we're going to look at the amount of pips, which is 100. We went up 100 pips in this
$10.
particular case.
Oh,
right?
100. Okay.
So we have 100 pips
Times 10.
times the amount or the value per pip in this situation based on your lot size. So if we use a standard lot of 100,000 units, and we know that a standard lot on the euro dollar is equal to $10 per pip, then we would have our amount of pips times $10 per pip, because we're using a standard lot, and that we have to multiply by the amount of standard lots. In this case, we just traded one standard lot. So with this being the case, how much money did we make on this 100 pip move on the euro dollar? Well, the money would translate to 100 times 10, because we're using a standard lot per pip is 100 pip move out of the euro. 3 standard lots. In this case,
he told me how much I made. I'm trying to figure out how much did I put up. And I could easily just look at here and just say, well, you put up $400 because that's what it says right here. So, but I need to figure out how much I put up and how much leverage did I use. Oh, computer's about to die. How do we come up with 400? Just bear with me. Let me see if this guy talks about
3 standard third right here. Now we need number of lots. Move, gang. Actually, your broker, not 1 million euros. What am I doing? 100,000 euros. So if you're going to purchase 100,000 euros, your brokerage is going to charge you the exchange rate that the market currently has, which is 1.0802. 100,000 times 1.0802 would be, they will charge you $108,002. So that's what you're being charged to get 100,000 euros. Your broker gives you that 100,000 euros. They get $108,002 from you, from your account. Then you are holding that 100,000 euros, waiting on the market to either rise or fall, waiting on the euro dollar to either rise or fall. In this case, you bought the euros and the market went up from 108.02 to 109.02, meaning that you still have the same 100,000 euros that you are holding, but now instead of them having a value of $108,002, they now have a value because of the difference in the exchange rate. The exchange rate has went up. They now have a value of $109,002, and that's where you're getting that $1,000 if you're trading a standard lot. So that's the way a pip works if you're trading a standard lot. Let's go into the way a pip works if you're trading a mini and a micro lot, just to make sure you have a solid ground. Now instead of 2, we're going to do a mini. You're holding 20,000 units of currency. A mini is worth $1 per pip, meaning the value of a pip if you're trading a mini lot is $1. So in this case, the market goes up by 100 pips. So our equation would still be, pips would be 100 times the value per mini lot, per pip.
What's a mini lot?
Which is $1.
$1
times
okay.
the amount of mini lots you're trading. This trade, if you were, which is the particular, what you were, and they are on, get it on a mini lot as well. What you are saying is, broker, I want
20,000
euros
or 20,000.
And they are going to
give you 28,000
They're
or
going to charge you
20,800
over 1.0802 times
20,800. I'm not sure.
When they do that, they're going to be charging you $21,604.
Oh, okay.
So when they're charging you $21,604, you're holding 20,000 units of euro. So while you hold that 20,000 units of euro, just as in our last example, the euro goes up 100 pips. So you still have that same 20,000 euros, except now you have to multiply that 20,000 units that you're holding times the new exchange rate of 1.0902, which means when you give them that 20,000 units back, they owe you $21,800
okay.
$4, giving you that
$200
profit. So that's the way profit and loss works in a mini lot. No matter how many it is, we have our equation, right? So you decide how I use.
Okay, I think it's starting to come to me a little bit. I'm not exactly sure.
You need to understand how much every pip is worth depending on the lot size that you're trading. Well, the reason is because of risk management. You want to understand that so that you can know how much of your account you're risking per trade. Whatever your stop loss is, and also how much you can make per trade. But the more important part of this value with that I just showed you, because my brokerage, as we've discussed in the beginning, and my platform allow me to trade completely random unit sizes. So for me, it's a lot easier than having to do any of that math. I learned that at the beginning, and I know that's something a lot of you may have to use, but for those of you who have the same brokerage as me, or for those of you who have a brokerage that allows you to use random units to place orders, this is what I personally do. I want to share this with you as well. So all I do, if I want to place a trade, let's say I wanted to buy the New Zealand dollar right now, which is the currency pair we're on, I would go to create a new order. I would have a market order in, and I would set my stop loss. And let's do this first. Let's go ahead and say I want to buy the New Zealand dollar right now. I want to have a stop loss below this red candle. So that's my stop loss, and I have a target at a 2-to-1 risk reward. So if this is the case, I now have my trade set up. So what I'll do is go to trade, create new order. It's going to be a buy order on the New Zealand dollar, and I know where my stop loss is. It's at 100 pips. So 100 pips is my stop loss. I know my target's at 200 pips, around a 2-to-1 risk reward. With this being the case, my units, for me, are completely irrelevant. And this is the reason. I'm trading based on a certain risk of my account with every position that I take out. The certain risk for me is between 1% and 2%. So for me, the easy way that I do this is I go here to TradingView, I place my order, and I put in what amount of risk I want to use. As you can see right here on the order form, it says percent risk. When I put in 2% risk,
I'm sorry to say, but some things with forex, it just like this is great shit. I ain't gonna lie. Again, this is trading channel, but doesn't even go over like the cost. Like because I'm still kind of confused on, and maybe this doesn't matter. Maybe people are like, it doesn't matter. It says you're putting up $400 for $1 million trade. Doesn't make sense. So let me check my leverage real quick. Let's just say my leverage is 50. So 40. Oh, wait, not 40. What am I doing? The spread, let's say, is 0.009. 0.009. Let's say times 141,493. Sorry, y'all. Just gonna have to bear with me on this one. I think it's starting to click for me. Give me just 1 second.
You can see that it shows me the size in units that I'm actually purchasing. And this number is completely random. Again, some brokerages may only allow you to place trades based on standard lots. In that case, you would need to trade 2 standard lots, and it would be completely different for you. But for the way I trade for my brokerage and my platform, I'm allowed to trade based on a certain percentage of my account value, which is what I like to do for every trade I place. Therefore, the lesson we just went over is kind of irrelevant for me at this point in my trading, considering the technology that I use here over on the TradingView platform in order to determine the amount of risk I'm going to use in my personal trading account with every trade.
Now, real quick, I do want to just see how he did this real quick.
Order, trade, set up. So what I'll do is go to trade, create new order.
Okay.
It's going to be a buy order.
I'm sorry, I want to go to my screen and because this is pretty cool stuff right here. So I don't know if mine has the create button. Let me just see real quick. I'm sorry, people. Yeah, I don't think I think I got to get something else. so I could put the amount that I want to risk. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that alone right now.
We're on the New Zealand dollar. This is my stop.
Okay.
Standard lots paid for the trade per those.
I've worked at some of the largest retailers on the planet. You think they all have it figured out, but Shopify
Sorry about
really
this.
does.
$1,000, right?
Okay.
Say what's up? We got about. I'll talk to you in the next. Our all-inclusive beginner forex trading course that is going to be everything that you need, folks. But accounts because of it, how to avoid that, and the profit with that property that you want to invest in. And this property is $100,000. In the case of this property being $100,000, how much do you need to deposit? How much of a down payment do you need in order to buy this house?
Okay, I think this is
or
it.
invest in this house? You need $20,000, right? So let's say you come across the greatest bank in the world and they come up to you and they say, hey, we know you want this property. What we're going to do is we're going to take your $20,000 and we're going to give you this $100,000 piece of property. You can hold it as long as you want. You don't have to make any payments on this property. But when you decide to sell it, you still owe us $100,000. So that means if the market crashes and this house's property drops like crazy, you still owe us $100,000 whenever you decide to sell. And if the housing market goes up, vice versa, you still owe us $100,000. So let's do this scenario. Let's say you say, okay, yeah, great deal. That is an amazing deal. So let's do it. And you buy this $100,000 property with a $20,000 down payment, and you have no payments. And then, throughout the course of 12 months, the housing market drops 50%. Oh no, right? So now your property that was worth $100,000
no, 50,000
is now only worth $50,000. But guess what? That bank already told you whether the market goes up or down, you owe us our $100,000 back. So in this case, you decide to sell for a loss. How much did you lose on this house?
30,000.
You lost that $50,000.
You lost the 50,000, but also the 20.
That sucks, right? So this is the power of leverage in terms of how it can.
But you already gave him
You
20,000.
lost more than your initial down payment, more than your deposit, maybe more than you had if $20,000 is all you had to invest. Is this sounding familiar? Kind of like leverage in the forex market and some of the horror stories you've heard. So that's how leverage can hurt you, right? And in terms of helping you, we can do this other scenario because guess what?
Yeah, if it goes up to 150,000.
That's the same thing. Oh, that's 100K. With a you made leverage can cause you to lose, but the broke here you have 1 to 50 and 1 to 100 leverage. Now, each of these means that you have your account times the leverage you get in buying power. So let's say you have a $1,000 account. Just to make math super simple, that means with 1 to 10 leverage, you have 10K buying power. 1 to 20, you have 20K buying power. This is self-explanatory, but I'm going to write it down anyway.
No, it's not.
20K buying power at 1 to 50, and 100K buying power at 1 to 100. Now, here is the reason most traders blow their entire accounts using leverage. Most traders say, I have a $1,000 account, but I have 10K in buying power. So what do I need to do? Obviously, I need to buy 10,000 units of the euro dollar and hope that that shit goes up. That's not how you want to use leverage. That is the worst way to use leverage. And let me help you understand why. We're going to use $1,000 account size as an example, and we're going to use the 50 to 1 leverage because in the United States, that is the maximum amount of leverage they allow you to have. And personally, 50 to 1 leverage is what I use. So, with a $1,000 account, let's look at this as if you don't have any leverage. You have a $1,000 account. We've talked about order sizes, right? How many units can you purchase with a $1,000 account and no leverage at all? 1,000 units, right? Self-explanatory. 1,000 units. What is 1,000 units? That is a micro lot. One micro lot on most pairs means that you are the value of a pip for your position. Stay with me. If you haven't studied lot sizes and stuff, we have another video on that you've probably just watched, hopefully. This 1,000 unit micro lot is worth 10 cents per pip. Okay, so if you have a $1,000 account, that means you can trade at maximum. If you are all in on a trade, you can have 1,000 units of a currency. Let's say you have 1,000 units of the euro dollar. And you say, cool, I have 1,000 units. This micro lot means that every pip the euro dollar moves is 10 cents per pip. In this case, I want you to look at risk as how many pips you can lose. How many pips could you lose at 10 cents a pip if you have a $1,000 account and no leverage? You could lose 10,000 pips before you blow your account. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's not bad.
This is why not using leverage at the beginning is a pretty good idea. If you're just now starting out, you're going to have a lot of losses. But if you have 10,000 pips of room before you blow your account, then you would have to lose a lot of trades to actually blow your account. Here's where leverage actually can really hurt you, because let's take this same $1,000. And we'll actually keep all of this on the screen. We have this $1,000. Sorry if it gets a little messy here, guys. I'll color this a different color to make it a little bit easier. Let's go with blue. I like blue. So we have this $1,000 account, but now, separate this. Now you have your $1,000 account with a 50-to-1 leverage.
So we got 50,000.
$50,000 in buying power. Now, here's what you need to understand. The brokerage is not going to let you lose 50 grand. Before you lose the 1 grand that you have, they are going to do something called margin call.
Margin call.
This number, your capital, is called margin. 50-to-1 on leverage means that you have, for every $1 of margin, you have $50 that you can put into a position. So in this case, let's say you maxed it out and you said, I have 50,000 units to trade, the guy that we were talking about on the euro dollar, right? I got my 50,000 units. Let me just buy the euro dollar right now. So you buy euro USD, same example. And with this euro USD trade, you have spent your full 50,000 units. What is 50,000 units? Remember, 10,000 units is a mini lot. And a mini lot has a value per pip of $1. So if we have 5 mini lots, how much is our value per pip on this trade? Our value per pip, which we're going to label with VPP, on our euro dollar trade is $5. You see the difference here? This was 10 cents per pip, but because we're using leverage over here, we have $5 per pip. Now, can this work for you? Absolutely. Yeah, you can make a lot more money at $5 per pip than at 10 cents per pip. No one is doubting that. I'm not saying you can't do that. But as a beginner, do you think it's more likely you're going to hit home runs or swing and miss most of the time?
Yeah.
Swing and miss, you're right. A lot of times as beginners, you're expected to lose, right? So it's okay to lose. But if you have your entire account balance, your $1,000 in margin, which gives you $50,000 in buying power on this position, how many pips do you have that you can lose before your account goes to absolutely zero? Where it was 10,000 pips, now the math we have to do is your $5 per pip and your account balance. So now what we need to do is take your account balance of $1,000, because again, they're not going to allow you to lose more than $1,000. And if you're risking $5 per pip, that means you, divided by $5, let's do this, let's finish the math. That means you only have 200 pips.
That's still a lot of pips.
Times 5 is $1,000.
You shouldn't be losing those 200 pips. I mean, I guess you could.
10,000 pips of risk. The reason most traders blow their accounts using leverage is because they only have 200 pips of risk. And guess what? You don't really have 200 pips of risk, because they're
going to get margin call.
Margin call
at about 75%.
This is the weirdest looking pen. Let me change that. Sorry. Margin call you.
Probably somewhere around 175 pips.
Somewhere around 80 to 90%.
Wow.
So instead of 200 pips, it's more like you have about 160 pips, maybe 170 pips of risk before you get a margin call, which is when they take all of your trades away and you're left with a balance of about 10% of your original capital. So you would be left with a $100 account after 160 pips of movement out of $100 if you just had one wrong guess. So let's say you do this and you guess wrong on the euro dollar and you're new, so you don't understand stop losses, and the euro dollar moves at 160 pips, which it's doing multiple times every day at this point because of the volatility we're seeing in the market. You could lose your whole account balance in one day doing this. That's the danger and the reason that most beginners using leverage end up blowing their account before they have a chance to make any money at all. That's the danger of leverage, and that's what you need to understand. And there's a correct way to use leverage as well. This would be the wrong way to use leverage. You don't want to max out. You don't want to max out and be trading with leverage and trading your entire account value, because that gives you a very small margin of error. Again, we're talking about that 200 pips is all you have, probably closer to about 160. So if you only have 200 pips that you can lose, that's a pretty easy amount to lose. It's easy to lose 200 pips. And in a day, in the way the markets are moving right now, again, the danger of leverage is that you have way less risk, that way less pips you can lose before you blow your entire account. 200 against the 10,000 with no leverage at all. So that's the wrong way to use leverage. What's the proper way to use leverage? That's how you blow an account using leverage. How do you use leverage to your advantage to actually make more than your initial deposit? Let's go over that right now. So here is the proper way to use leverage. Lesson number one, always use a stop loss if you're using a leverage, and I mean lead with 50 to 1 leverage. So if you have a $1,000 account and 50 to 1 leverage, what's the correct way of using that leverage? In this case, $10 on a trade, $10 per trade. And
okay, I want to listen to this. I really do. And I'm actually going to listen to it. It's just something I want to check out real quick. So if I do, I'm going back to my USD JPY. If I do 20,000 units, this is going to be $800. I'm trying to figure out, how do they just come up with 400? So I think I was getting it. I was getting closer. I was like, okay. And I don't know, on my simulated account, I don't know my leverage. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. But let me go back to my live account. My long position stop lost out. All right, let me go ahead and just close my short position, and we're gonna just reassess. I lost about let me see. I made $1.22 on the why is it not giving me all the information? On the short position, on the long position, lost about 322, 326. So what's that, like $2? Also about $2 real quick. Yeah. Let me just go ahead and put a short position back in. Just real quick. Okay, here we go. Okay, since I'm right here we are. All right, so on my live account, yes, got the 50 to 1. Margin available, $40. All right, so right now it's at about 141.32. So I'm going to do 800 units. See, this doesn't even tell me. I use $40 in margin. It's even giving me a little exclamation mark. See, this doesn't even tell me how much I'm spending. That's crazy. But is it telling me I'm spending $40? Let me see. Let me do 100. And this is going to cost me $5 to get 500. I'm not understanding where that. So if I do 5 cents. So let me see what 5 cents times 50 is. Times 50. $2.50. This is just bothering me a little bit. Like, I'm not understanding. Let me go back to the other one. 10,000 units of JPY cost me $400. You're just going to have to bear with me while I do a little bit of math. I know this is almost completely useless as content creating, at least. This is frustrating. Let me see. Cost it. There's no commissions, whatever. $400. To get 10,000 units of something. Let me see. 10,000 divided by 141. Right now it's 259. I'll just do 260. 70. All right, I'm just going to play around with these numbers real quick. Just bear with me. Skip this episode if you want. Please, skip all of them. I don't know. 141. A pip for a mini lot is $1. I'm just going to be getting 1 unit. I'm going to get 10,000 units. I just want to see something real quick. Oh, not that I'm even able to execute it, but I just want to put in 10,000. Yeah, saying I'm going to use $500. Okay. What's 500 divided by 10,000 divided by 500? That's 20. Oh, gosh. Wow. What's 500 times 50? That's 25,000. Trying to figure out how am I able to just use $500 to purchase 10,000 units? 500 times 141, 31 is $70,000. But I'm getting 10,000. 10,000 units. Here, let me go to Google real quick. How is it that I'm able to use $500 to purchase 10,000 units of some currency? You have $500 on your account with a 1 to 100 leverage. This amount will be enough to make 50 trades at 1 cent. I need like a calculator. Wasn't there? Crap, I probably closed it out. Let me go back to that guy because I think he has another video where he tells about something that you can use. Give me just one moment. All right, I'm just going to go to his trading channel.
Buy on blue.
Let me see. In one moment. All right, I'm going to position size calculator. I'm trying to figure this out. Currency pair. I'm going to do JPY, USD, JPY. Okay, my account size is, I'm just going to put $40 because that's how much I have in the account. What do I got? I got $42 in there. Did I put my short position in? Time to wake up. Whatever. Did I put my short position in yet? Okay, not yet. So I'm still good. We're learning. I don't have no position in. See? Yeah, I don't have any position in. Okay. All right. So I have about, let me see how much. I have about $48 in my account. I'm gonna put $48. Risk, I want to risk 1%. Stop loss 1. Calculate. I'm saying that this is going to be 48 cents. And I'm going to get 6,000 units. I'm not sure if that's what it's saying. Okay, I'm sorry. This is bothering me. If I want to buy, let's say I want to buy 1,000 units. This is going to cost me $50. How? So they're just going to give me, right now it's trading at 141.356 USD JPY point, and this has already been an hour. 335, I don't know, 6 times that by 1,000. So they're going to give me 141,356 units, or USD, for $50. All right, let me see something real quick. So what's 50? And let's just say the 50 to 1. Well, if I have $1,000 and it's 50 to 1, or then I have $50,000 times it by 50. I have $50,000. Okay. Is it the spread? Right now the spread is 1. Let me see. What's 10,000 divided by 50? It's 200. Sorry. So are they saying that sorry, y'all. how is it? I'm sorry. I'm going to Google. How is it that I can use $500 to purchase 10,000 units of a currency? All right, let me see. I'm going to go to forex.com. Okay. All right, if you have $1, you control $50. But if you place a 1 or 2% leverage. In this example, if you place a $100,000 USD Canada trade with 51 leverage, your margin requirement is $2,000. 100,000 is 2,000. 10,000 is 200. Okay, so 50 to 1 is 2% leverage. Okay, so 100,000 times 2% is 2,000. Okay, stop. Okay. So 50 to 1 is 2% leverage. Is that, okay, I don't know how they come up with that either. How do they come up with 50 to 1 is 2%? So let me take, what is it? No, 50 divided by 1 would be 50, right? Yeah, how is it 2% leverage? In this example, if you place a $100,000 USD, let me see what 50,000 or 50 of 100,000 is. 50 divided by 100,000. Gosh, no, that's not 2%. How the hell did they come up with 2%? They say 50 to 1 leverage or 2% leverage. Let me see. Leverage is a tool used by traders that enables them to control a large amount of capital by putting down a much smaller amount. Unlike trading and investing, where you must tie up the full value of your position with leverage, you only have to put up a smaller portion known as margin. In the case of 50 to 1 leverage, for example, you can use $1 to control $50 of a position. Leverage has open markets such as forex to more retail traders who don't want to allocate large amounts of capital to each position. However, to magnify both profits and losses from any trade, so it can be used with caution. USD Canada 50 to 1 or 2% leverage. What is margin? So essentially, with a 50 to 1, I guess that's just 2%. So if I do a $10,000 unit trade, let me see, 10,000 is 2%. It's $200. So I guess if I put up 200, then I get another 200 in margin. And I guess that's how it comes up to $400. On this other brokers, they tell me I got to use 500. So they must be charging me the spread as well, which the spread is it's approximately 1 right now. So 1 pip for 10,000, that's $1. So let's just say, still just trying to figure this out. So if I do 1,000, 2%, what's that? 1,000 divided by 0.2%. I'm sorry, 1,000 times 2% is $20. And this is asking me to use $50. So it must be that 2%. What is that? I don't know why they say 50 to 1 or 2%. What's 50 to 1? What's 50 to 1 leverage? 100,000 divided by 50 is 2,000. Okay. All right, so 1,000 units divided by 50 is $20. Okay, I think I got it. I think I'm getting there. Here, let me go ahead and take a quick break. I think I'm getting there. Thank you so much to anybody and everybody who decided to stop by, kick it with your mans. I appreciate it. I'm Chanman, House of B.A.R.F. Introducing the Listener Support Program, fueling the future and quality of House of B.A.R.F. Dear loyal listeners, at the House of B.A.R.F., we strive to bring you the most engaging, informative, and entertaining content every day into the world of business, accounting, regulation, and finance. We strive to provide you with expert knowledge, practical tips, and thought-provoking discussions to help you excel in your financial endeavors. We are dedicated to fostering meaningful conversations, sharing valuable insights, and creating a community of like-minded individuals who are passionate about business, accounting, regulation, and finance. Producing high-quality content requires dedication, resources, and effort from a talented team of one, me, but in the future, hopefully I'll have a team. That's why we are excited to introduce our Listener Support Program. This initiative allows you, our cherished audience members, to play a pivotal role in shaping the future and the content and assuring House of B.A.R.F's sustainability. In the future, becoming a supporter, you will be able to enjoy a range of exclusive benefits that I'm hoping to be able to bring eventually: early access to episodes, access to episodes that are not, public, that are not accessible to everyone, possibly even create better content. And then all those mistakes I make, maybe I'll put them in a separate episode. You'll be able to get some behind the scenes stuff, and other exclusive things such as merchandise. Possibly I have a children's book coming out, may be able to offer that. Your support goes directly towards enhancing the quality of our content, expanding our reach, our research, and investing in new resources and technology to bring you even better experiences. Your contribution will help us continue to deliver thought-provoking discussions, captivating stories, and insightful I didn't mean to say that. Maybe in the future, may possibly interview someone that will keep you engaged and inspired. Join us in shaping the future of House of B.A.R.F. by becoming a supporter today. Your generosity empowers us to keep our conversations alive and ensures that we can contribute to provide valuable content to audiences around the United States and hopefully in the future of the world. To support us, simply visit podcasters.spotify.com. Then you can get to House of B.A.R.F. Also, it is on Spotify. And support this podcast and become a supporter and choose a membership tier that aligns with your preferences. Every contribution, no matter how small or how big, makes a meaningful impact and is deeply appreciated. Thank you for being an essential part of our journey. With your support, we can reach new heights and create content that truly resonates with you, our incredible listeners. God bless. Happy listening. I'm Chanman. This is House of B.A.R.F. Again, if you would like, you can visit podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/Chan-man7. And you can go to support this podcast and become a supporter today. Thank you. You can also reach me at c287gph@gmail.com. Thank you again. You have a wonderful day. God bless. Okay, people. Yo. Thank you so much to anybody and everybody who decided to stop by, kick it with your mans. I appreciate it. I think I'm coming across it. 50-1 is approximately 2%. So we really, our margin requirement is that we only have to put up approximately 2% of the money in order to make the trade. I got to get ready to get up out of here. So let's just say that I'm going to get 1,000 units of USD JPY at 141.60. 141.60 times 1,000 equals, and then 141,600 times that by 2%. That's $2,000. I should be putting up $2,000. But with a 50-to-1 ratio, with $50, I times that by 50, I controlled $2,000. Okay, so I think I got it. Essentially, you only have to put up about 2% of whatever it costs. I'm going to figure this out. So $2,000 actually controls somehow $100,000 or something like that. Let me see, $2,000 times 50. 2,000 times 50. Draymond Green, what the hell? Punching people again? What are you going to do? Yeah, about $100,000. All right, bet. I think I may have got it. So when I put my money up, now I'm saying, okay, I know how much I'm spending, how much I'm using on leverage. Let's get it. Now I'm going to go ahead and start getting into leverage more to figure out how I can use this leverage so that I'm not losing 200 pips to blow my whole account. Instead, I can maybe give up just a couple of pips. I'm going to figure this out. I want to thank anybody and everybody who decided to stop by and kick it with your man's Chan. I appreciate it. I'm Chan Man. This is House of B.A.R.F. I'm sorry, people. I got to get ready to get this day rolling. God bless y'all. Take it easy. Make sure you eat your breakfast. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to be back in just a little bit. I may not be back. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But again, thank you. You have a wonderful day. If I don't speak to you again, God bless. This is Chairman, House of B.A.R.F. I am thrilled to introduce you to an exciting new storybook journey that I believe will capture your imagination. Allow me to present Langston Manxton's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure, a compelling short story that promises to transport you to a world of interest, excitement, and learning. The title of the book is Langston Manxton's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure by Chandler Hayes. In a world of colorful imagination and captivating stories, a new children's book has emerged to empower our young minds with crucial life lessons, life skills, and financial literacy. Langston Manxton's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is a cheering short story written by a talented Black author who understands the importance of equipping our youth in the early stages of life with the tools they need to navigate the realm of money, savings, and smart choices. Meet Langston Manxton and his imaginary best friend, Zonky, a pink elephant, two curious souls who embark on an adventure around the vibrant landscape of Wichita, Kansas, where Langston Manxton sets out to accomplish multiple goals and is met with obstacles that he must overcome. Langston Manxton and Zonky discover valuable lessons of talking about finances in the home in order to gain knowledge. Langston Manxton, with a little bit of confidence, the guidance of supportive parents, the help of community members like Mr. Tiller, and his imaginary best friend Zonky, Langston Manxton learns about the value of money and how to save, the importance of making thoughtful spending decisions, the significance of thinking outside the box when met with challenges with money, and the joys of sharing with others. Through relatable experiences and engaging storytelling, young readers are introduced to the fundamental concepts of money, such as earning, saving, and spending responsibly. Langston Manxton set savings goals, teaching children the importance of planning for future needs and dreams. The book celebrates diversity and the different perspectives on money, shedding light on its role in different people's lives. The characters' interactions emphasize the joys of serving others, the gift of sharing, and making a positive impact in their community. The pages of Langston Manxton's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure come to life with vibrant illustrations. The colorful and imaginative visuals not only captivate young readers, but also enhance their understanding of complex financial concepts. Langston Manxton's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure is coming soon to bookstores and online realtors. It is a must-have addition to any child's library, fostering essential life skills while sparking the joy of reading. Empower the young minds in your life with the gift of financial literacy and imagination. Join Langston Manxton, Zonky, family, and friends on their extraordinary journey of running a drink stand to set them on the path of a brighter future. Your opinion means a great deal to me. I would be honored if you would consider exploring Langston Manxton's Kool-Aid Stand Adventure and sharing your thoughts. Your feedback could play an invaluable role in shaping the future of this project. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to discuss the book further, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Your support in spreading the word about Langston Manson's Cool Stand Adventure would mean the world to me, and I deeply appreciate your consideration. I am a passionate advocate for financial literacy. Me, Chandler Hayes, and am excited to join the community of storytellers. With a background in finances, I am driven to inspire children to embark on their own adventures of learning and discovery through the power of literature. Langston Manson's Cool Stand Adventure is a heartfelt endeavor to promote financial literacy in a fun and accessible way. As a Black author, I'm committed to providing children of all backgrounds with the tools for success, and I am proud to contribute to a more financially informed generation. Thank you for taking the time to explore this advertisement, and I look forward to the possibility of sharing this extraordinary literature adventure with you. Please feel free to contact me. You can reach me at the email c287gph@gmail.com. All right, thank you. Warmest regards. Have a great day. God bless.